Well, we were discussing another issue just at the beginning of the programme there. Danny Kennedy, do you think we could be heading for an election? Is there going to be a crisis come Thursday, or is it, as Mark says, maybe more likely to be a mini-crisis, an engineered one?
Well, it seems to be boiling up slightly at the moment. I think we're still early stages for it, but potentially there is an election due then on the 17th of July. Now that's going to be a very interesting election campaign, given that you have the 12th of July and the parading season in full flight. And we're going to have to make a big pitch from the 12 platforms as to how we can best please our constituents. But
well,
I think
who loses most? I mean, that's a calculation in any sort of brinksmanship.
Well, on a 17th July poll, I would have thought the DUP would be very worried about that, but I would expect fully then the Secretary of State to step in and postpone or defer an election to the middle of September.
I mean, we're maybe getting ahead of ourselves here, Danny Kennedy. Do you think that this is going to go all the way, or do you think that actually this is all going to be resolved come Thursday?
I personally think it will be resolved. I think it has added an ingredient of excitement to you political bloggers and people who are political watchers of Stormoont. I think the general population would be astonished, frankly.
If that is a fair point. I mean, Willie, Clarke, I know you're not here to comment on it, but you know, just even as an Assembly member, your constituents would be amazed if Sinn Féin forced an election at this stage, would they?
I'm sure they would. As you say, I'm not privy to any of the behind the scenes.
Come now, Willie.
That's rolling out here at the minute. Speculation happens every day of the week. And what the people are saying to me on the ground is they want us to deliver for them. We're here to make a difference in relation to energy costs and stuff like that, and how we're going to make a difference to children's education and stuff like that. There is big issues, and the parties are discussing it at a senior level, the transfer of policing and justice, the Irish Language Act, and as I say, also the education stuff. That's government, that happens, and every government throughout the world. And I'm sure it'll happen in the future.
Could Martin McGuinness's nomination papers get lost in the post?
Maybe an election would give some business to the post offices. You know, you could spin it that way.
In my own opinion, I think that'd be the last thing the people on the ground are looking towards. They're looking to pay their mortgages, as I say, and they're looking in relation to energy costs and actually food costs as well, because every day of the week people are paying more.
Okay. The other interesting ingredient to this, I think, is the impending visit of George Bush, who clearly is not going to travel over from America simply for nothing, and will want something to mark his visit. Now, whether or not that means banging heads together on policing and justice, or insisting on some kind of political negotiation that will encompass policing and justice, education, the Maze Stadium, and any other outstanding issue, Irish Language Act, etc. I think that ingredient, we have yet to see it fully developed.
He's only got 3 hours here, Danny. That's quite a lot for him to do.
Yeah, but all he needs is some kind of statement to say, I have spoken to the main participants here, and they are now focused on it, and I have done a great service to mankind, and particularly to Northern Ireland.
Okay, well, let's see if he does that. Thank you both for joining us.